Zok the Mishna. Hashirayim va'aklach. We'll go into explaining it more in definitive shortly. However, we already explained that the issa of Kilayim is only in a circumstance where it's wool and flax. If it's something else, there's no real issa of Kilayim. Minat Torah. It's Ashirayim va'aklach ein b'mishim Kilayim. Technically, if it's a silk-like material, and klach is also a silk-type material, but we'll explain the distinction shortly. There's no isim in Torah if you mix it with flax or wool that you say now that there you get malchus. There's no such thing min Torah. Aval asurim mipnei maris hayin. However, people will not be able to distinguish, and they'll think you're wearing wool and flax, wool and linen, and that will become problematic. And therefore, because of maris ayin, aval asur mipnei maris ayin. So people should not suspect you, just like we had before, by Klai Zroyim and Klai Kerim. There's a concept of maris ayin. Also by Kilayim of Begodim, there's also a concept of maris ayin, and it's prohibited. So what exactly is the translation of these items? Shirayin hainu min meshi, it's a type of silk. Cholak, which is smooth. Shedoim b'mer lepishtam. The first one looks more like linen. However, it's a smooth type of thing, but it looks like pishtan. You'll mistake it with pishtan. Uklach hu meshi rach b'yoisa. That meshi is a type of, uklach is even a softer type of silk. Habo ma'or rechoikis shemeiv layam. They explain that this comes from faraway places, I guess China, where they used to make silk. Shenoite b'tzivul. It has a gold type of coloration to it. V'doim b'marei l'tzema, and it looks like tzema. That's how the Rav explains it. Chachamim oshu begodim sheyesh b'hem shirayim v'tzema, or klach u'pishtim. So shirayim looks like flax, so it's prohibited to mix with wool, and klach is a type of silk that looks like wool, so therefore it's also with pishtim. Or shirayim u'klach. Well, let's say you want to mix two types of items that don't look the same. It's the shirayim and the klach that don't look the same. They're both not problematic. Still, they made an issa. Because they look like a mixture of woolen and linen, and therefore it becomes problematic. Now he explains from the Rav, and Teres Yisrael also says it. This halacha is only during the times of the Mishna, when people didn't know what silk is all about. But nowadays, it's very common place to have these type of materials. People everybody knows that this is not what you call a wool or linen type of garment. Over here, it will become mutter. That's how he wants to say. Another halacha. Hakorim, sheets, vaksosois, or types of pillows. If you go ahead and you use shatnez material with it, ein ber mishum Kilayim. There's no issur of Kilayim. However, this comes with a caveat. Ubilvad shelo yeh b'sori negeya behem. You can't have any of your flesh touching it at the time you're lying down. You're not wearing it. And therefore, it won't be problematic. So let's see how this is explained. Hakarim v'aksos ein behem shum Kilayim ubilvad shelo yeh b'sori negeya behem. Kar. What exactly is a kar? The translation is it's a sheet that you put on it. Every mattress has a sheet. It's not allowed. The case is that's the pillow that you put under the head. Technically, it's allowed to go ahead and put shatnez beneath you. We already explained that the only issa min ha-Torah is wearing shatnez, or to put it on your body, meaning to use, let's say you want to take a shawl and put it on your body. You're not wearing it, but you're putting it on your body. It's prohibited. Shenema, because it's a pasuk, ubegid Kilayim shatnez lo yala lecha. You're not allowed to put it on top of you. Ulam chacham choshishu. This is only a chashash that shelo yeh b'sori negeya behem. What's the problem? It's under you. So what's the difference that the pasuk is touching it? So the chachamim had a suspicion. Shema ba'oidi shoychav al kari keses shel shatnez. What that when you're lying down on a sheet of shatnez, yichra chut min hakari min hakes al b'sari. A loose thread is going to go and bend over and go on top of your flesh. V'yava b'kach alisa Torah shaloi shatnez. And through that, you're going to be shatnez. So over here, it's not marasayin. It's a different type of a gezerah. Lefikach gozu rabbanon she'os l'shachiv al karmik sosi shel shatnez im ein dova ech achachoytis ben gufa lebein hakara keses. Therefore, it's prohibited. If you have your flesh on it, so let's say technically, if you have a sheet, and you put a cover over the sheet, and you lie down on the cover, even though it's warming you below, because you have the sheet below it, it's not going to be problematic. Because you have a chatzitza between yourself and that material that's of shatnez. Now, this also comes with a caveat. That harazu, this halacha, misyachesis rak l'kormuk sosus koshim, is when you have, if it's rough material, she'enim emulim v'heim nesunim al gabi dova koshim, that they don't have any feathers in it, like you're having sometimes in certain types of pillows, you have feathers, a soft material. Let's say you have a soft, wonderful type of sheet or pillow. It's either filled with something soft. Let's say the pillow material is inside of it. You have a whole bunch of soft material, let's say of feathers, or it's lying down on a soft mattress. There already the Chacham said there is a prohibition. Why? Why should there be a prohibition? You have a separation. So if you have a separation, there shouldn't be any prohibition whatsoever. So what's the problem? Hatam bezehu sheba'ofen elu haguf shekeya b'ter hakara keses. Because if you have soft material, you say you have a separation, but you're going to sink into that soft material. Meaning when you put yourself on a soft pillow, I know there's different types of pillows. Some people like hard pillows and some people like soft pillows. Huh? You go a man after my own heart. What? Hot? Hard pillow, yeah. Why? Because you're going to sink into it, but today and the two sides are going to come up. It's going to surround you. That's problematic. V'nimtza lovish b'klayim. It's like you're wearing klayim. This is how the Rishonim, this is a famous Rash and Rosh, according to the Yishalmi, and a lot of Tshuvas talk about it. And the Vilna Gaon also says the same thing. And this is what the extra piece of a puzzle is, that b'mikrim elu, in these type of circumstances, you're going to say, what's the difference? You have the chatzitza there. You have the separation. The chatzitza only helps for the technicality of rak shel yichra chut shel shatnez min hakal b'sara. It's only going to help for the problem that we say that maybe a thread of the shatnez will wrap itself around your body. But over here, when you put your head down on a soft pillow, you look on your right hand side and you see the pillow, and you see on your left hand side the pillow. So you're being surrounded by the material of the pillow. That already is considered like you're wearing the item, and therefore it has nothing to do with the concept of Shem Yichachut al Basara, that we're going to worry that it's going to come. But the Diyan, okay, now, but it's not really wearing it. So he says over here an interesting thing. L'diyan im levish kizu asu midiraisa rak midirabana. Technically, once we say, you have to understand this. You can have 10 begadim on you, but if you're wearing it, there's a problem no matter what. That's the halacha. No matter what. Because you're having, if you warm yourself from the body, it's problematic. Your body is having something, go out now, right? In the 5-degree weather, whatever it is out there. You have a jacket, you have a sweater, and then a jacket, and then a coat. The coat's still warming you, right? So it's wearing it. You're being warm from it. However, over here it's like you're sinking your head into it. So there's a whole shail in the Tshuvas. L'dinim levish kezu asu midiraisa rak midirabanan ayin begigas varidim in your day of Michas Yitzchak. Some want to tie it this only in the Rabbanan, because at the end of the day, putting your head on the pillow, let's not kid ourselves. Would you say you're wearing the pillow? No. What?
Is it called Lavisha for Kisay Rosh, like if you want to make brachos or something? On the pillow?
No, it's not going to be called the Lavisha, no. 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 I don't know. You're being medama miltzah miltzah. We're talking about the Isav Kilayim, and you're talking about Kisei Rosh. It's two different dinim. This is what he wants to say over here. So again, pillows and sheets is problematic. Adin de Rabbanon. Now he comes up with a new halacha. Let's say you want to put on a garment just for a second. You say, it's not going to warm me up. I'm not going to have any benefit from it wearing it for a second. Or, more practical term, you want to put on the garment to try it on. You want to try it on to see if it fits well on, if it fits well. So the Mishna says, Ein aroi liKilayim. There's no such thing as happenstance for Kilayim. Meaning, lebishas beged afilu b'derech aroi almanas lefoishtoi miyad. Wearing Kilayim, a garment of Kilayim, even if you're doing it in a happenstance fashion, to take it off right away, is klula be'isa leisil b'shatnus, is prohibited. Now, it becomes problematic. Mainly you go into G&G or GMB or Glaubers or Kessa.
Glaubers is different than G&G.
Yeah.
Or you go into these places, Broadway, whatever you want to call it. They have everything, before they put it on the rack, it's already checked from shatnez. But if you go into Filene's or Macy's, and you might have a problem. What's wrong?
No more filing.
No.
Oh, there's no more Filene's, excuse me. Okay, Jordan Marge. You go to these places, it could be a problem. Because what do? You buy the suit, and then you take it afterwards to check from shatnez. It's not so problematic for men, because we wear, Chassidish begodim, we wear Jewish garments. But those that, for the ladies, it might be more problematic, this halacha. Din ze oma afilu kshabeged en roi loy klal. This halacha, that happenstance wearing is problematic, is even in a situation where it doesn't suit you. Let's say it's a person who's large, size XXL, and now he's wearing a shirt that's small. You're going to say, what's the difference? The dividends are not worth anything because he's going to be embarrassed to go out with such a garment. It's nothing to do. There's an issa to wear it. So what they say ahead to is that you look at the tag, and usually the tag says that 100% wool, or if it's 100% wool with synthetic material. So then you don't have a problem. You can afterwards, of course, you would do it. You can take on. But otherwise, it could become, especially for the ladies, where they buy dresses and they get it from wherever. Now there are today Jewish lines you can get, especially for the youngsters. They have you have a Jewish line, so you know that there's no problem of shatnez. But otherwise, it might be problematic with shatnez. Now another halacha. Legabe Kilayim of begodim. Kilayim begodim. B'lo yulbish Kilayim afila al gabe asora. You can't put on Kilayim even if you're putting on, let's say, 10 shirts, one on top of the other, or 10 jackets, one on top of the other. You're going to say that 10th one, what does it make a difference? It's neither here nor there. Still not allowed to do it. Afilu lignoi ves hameches. Even if you want to rob the toll keeper, let's say, I guess they must have had, they used to see what you're coming in with, like the meches, you want to go into duty free, they have to pay for by the airport, right? You're going to wear it. Customs, right. Can't do it. Zok the Pirish. Also, la'odem lubish beg climb. I feel kshenim eschaven la nois levisha. Even if it's not for the use and having benefit of the warmth of the garment, to have benefit. Going shalav shemal al asar begod machem. You wore it with 10 other garments. So you shalav shirakadei lift up mitashmel because you want to get out of customs. Now, he explains this. When we say you want to get out of customs, we're not talking about a government-appointed collect customs person. Why? Because dina malchus dina. Halachically, you're not allowed to trick them. For us, if this is a legitimate law according to that government, you can't steal from them. You have somebody who's a gangster, a mafioso, and you have this mafioso saying, if you come into my territory, whatever garment you're wearing, you have to pay a tax that it shouldn't get stolen, chas v'shalom, by somebody. He was self-appointed. That he wasn't appointed by the government. It's still problematic. However, this is one pshat. Not everybody learns this way. This is how the Rash and the Rosh with the Taisus Yom Tov learn. However, Harav maybe pirish acha b'shem mixes meraboisav. The Rav brings down a second pshat. Shemedu Mishna Mocha shegoy v'meches rak minami Yehudim. Now let's say they made a special tax, chas v'sholem. You had it in the times from the beginning of the reign of Germany. They basically made a special tax for Jews. The guy wants to do it to show me wearing shatters. I don't know how you see it, because to show that he's non-Jewish. They don't like it. Because besides the din of Kilayim, you're not supposed to dress up like a guy. You're not allowed to do it. Only if you're in danger, it's different. If you just have to pay a fine or a tax, you're not allowed to do it, because you're not supposed to dress like a non-Jew. So over here we're talking about a situation that you did it because this guy was a mafioso. And he wanted to show, and he basically, like you have a lot of times mafiosos, they go into stores and say, we're going to give you protection. And they say you're going to be charged $150 a month for the protection. And if you don't pay up the bucks, they're going to break in and take whatever your merchandise. That's how it works. This is what we're saying here. Okay, we'll stop over here. We'll continue in Metshem tomorrow.
I just had a quick question.
Yeah.
About that 10th layer or whatever that you're wearing. That Shabbos could be, or Kilayim could be wearing a wool garment over linen.
There's no problem with a wool garment over linen.
But if you can't take one off without the other.
It has to be woven together. We're talking about a different type of garment. Or it has to be spun together. Reb Chananya ben Akashar Mizbach Zach Yisrael Lefika Chibel Em Tori Mitzvahs Shenemar Adonai Chofetz L'Matzidko Yagel Torah V'Yadir.